Have you heard about the new X18 network?
No. Is it some kind of wireless plan?
No, not a wireless plan, just a way for churches to work together more effectively.
So, just how does it work?
Well, the SBCV is working to identify churches that are burdened and called of God to minister to specific people groups or geographic areas. Then they will connect them to each other to develop a network. So let's just say your church has mission work going on in Nicaragua, and other churches across Virginia are doing the same thing. Well, wouldn't it be great if they all knew what each other were doing so they could learn from each other and work together? Then they could be a whole lot more effective in reaching Nicaragua.
Yeah, I guess it would be pretty cool. But what if just one or two people from my church wanted to go to work in one of these networks, like Nicaragua? Would they be able to go?
Sure, that's the neat thing about this network. Churches, regardless of size, can work together sending teams or individuals to minister more effectively.
So, you mentioned Nicaragua. Are there other networks that are going to be available?
Oh yes, in addition to Nicaragua, there are already networks for Haiti, El Salvador, North Africa, Vietnam, Burkina Faso, and more are being developed. There will be networks for right here in the United States too, like West Virginia and the Dakotas.
Well, just how does my church become an X18 network church?
Oh, it's really easy. First of all, you need to prepare your church members and identify who the network leader will be. Then pray, seeking God's guidance in learning about the people group or nation that you feel burdened to serve. The registration as an X18 Network Church can be done online. It's easy. Just go to www.sbcv.org.
That sounds pretty easy. But what then?
Well, once you've identified what network your church wants to be engaged with, you need to consider whether you want to pray, give, do, or go. Your church can do any one or all of these. In praying for that network, the prayer concerns will be listed on the network webpage. The giving component includes giving to Lottie Moon, Annie Armstrong, and the Vision Virginia State Missions offering, or in some cases, direct support of the effort in that network.
I see how that covers the pray and the give, but what about the doing and the going?
Doing includes completing missions projects that specifically support that particular network. For instance, one of the hands-on mission projects for this year was collecting sports shoes and socks for Uruguay. In March, teams will take those shoes and socks to distribute to children while they minister to them. Those churches that collected the shoes and socks are participating in a doing component of missions. Going takes place when a church actively sends teams to Uruguay, Vietnam, West Virginia, the Dakotas, or wherever God's work is being done.
Well, I can see that I need to go back to my church and talk to the missions leaders and get us signed up to be an Acts 1-8 network church. What a great opportunity!